Welcome back to the SMT Media Network. This news story is, I guess it's a big deal. I don't know. It just depends how you view the league. You guys know my position. I kind of view the league as a league that's kind of stuck in time, trying to squeeze the last little bit of juice out of these aged, dry lemons. But let's just go through the story, through the news. Let's make this thing abundantly clear. LeBron is entering his 23rd NBA season, his 8th with the Lakers. Steph Curry is 37 years old. He just wrapped up his 16th season with the Golden State Warriors. These are not spring chickens. You know what I mean? It may appear to some, at least to many of us, both these guys are chasing, and they feel like it's the last hurrah, whether it's the last stage or it's the final act. You know what I mean? NBA insider Jake Fisher is reporting Golden State has repeatedly been reaching out to the Lakers over the past year and a half regarding a potential trade for LeBron. And we've heard the rumblings about this occasionally. The Warriors are interested in pairing James with Steph Curry after that positive experience they saw with the U.S. national team at the Paris Olympics last year. The Warriors' persistent interest here in this particular case, occurring across multiple times over the last year and a half, along with a motivation to pair stars like this, some may consider this to be a dream partnership. I think, it's the name notoriety for sure. It's the buzz that it would create, trying to get these guys to win a championship together, possibly. Possible trade deadline discussions were had last year, apparently. At least this is according to discussions internally between LeBron and his camp. The Lakers have obviously moved towards a future with Luka as the main centerpiece of their franchise. In terms of trade assets, who would the Warriors be giving up to acquire James? You got to make $52 million work. So, Draymond Green makes a little bit of dough. You have Moses Moody. Buddy Hield possibly could be part of this. Jonathan Kuminga is a piece that could be interesting because of his age and his upside. But I'm not really sure what it is the Lakers would want, in return and how that's going to look like. Look, in my opinion, the trade's not likely. It's a difficult one to work. LeBron has an albatross salary. He's not really worth that from a game standpoint. Like he doesn't produce $52.6 million in returns. Like you can make the argument the name notoriety does, but in terms of the game, you're talking about a guy who fizzles in the playoffs, whose age obviously is a key restriction at key moments of the season, key moments of games. He can't carry your team for 40 plus minutes. We saw, his coach, JJ Redick, literally wear him into the ground, and you saw the results. It was basically a 5-game sweep against the Timberwolves. But if you're able to pair him with a few really good players, maybe 3 guys who are better than him, on that kind of a team with the right construction, I mean, there's always hope. I just don't think there's a way for him to be, the third best, the second best player on a team, and you're going to win a championship. That's probably not going to happen. You're going to require a guy to play 40 plus minutes. I mean, it's a legitimate question if Steph can play 40 plus minutes in key playoff games where you have to defend, you have to shoot, you have to get up and down the floor. Like, that's some serious conversations we're having in the playoffs. In the regular season, these guys would be a dream come true. You're picking your spots, you're lollygagging on defense, you're conserving energy, you take a game off here and there. Like, it can work. Both those guys could play 70 games. They can both average 25 plus points during the regular season, but in the playoffs, where both are going to be asked to play 42 minutes, 45 minutes, it's not going to win a championship. But it's an interesting thing. It would be great storylines, and it would make for prime time moments in the regular season. And then, of course, it would draw a lot of attention in the playoffs. But come on. These are men at a time. They cannot be the best player on a championship team. It doesn't work like this. But it's an interesting thing. And let me know if you guys would be excited to see this pairing. How could it work potentially? And what do you think that would look like? And what type of success do you think they would have? Let me know. Drop me some comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out some more of our videos. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.